Hi, it's
Mark Evans here, Branch Secretary of Carmarthenshire County Unison, and I'm here to talk to you about pay. The consultation period for the ballot on the current pay offer started on the 23rd of June and ends on the 11th of August. The final pay offer of the employers is 2.75%. Now we'll be holding a series of Zoom meetings and trying every which way to consult members during that time. Our branch is recommending rejection of this so-called final offer, and I'll explain why a little later. We're asking you to vote no in the ballot, on the ballot form. You will receive digitally relatively soon. Please complete the ballot form and submit immediately. And we need and want as many members as possible to vote. The offer, our pay, what we were asking for on pay was £10 living wage for those on scale point 1 and 10% for everybody else. A day's increase in the minimum paid annual leave, a 2-hour reduction in standard working a week. As I say, the employers have only offered 2.75% and 1 day increase in annual leave. Now, this obviously falls far short. The offer from the local government association and in effect the Tory government falls far short of what we're asking for. And many members have considered the offer to be insulting. Some might argue that local government association and local authorities can't afford to grant us a pay award, and perhaps we should be concentrating on defending jobs. Now clearly, keeping jobs is extremely important to members and to our branch. And we have a proven record of fighting cuts for many years. Many members will be quite rightly concerned that local government could suffer serious cuts when the Tories present the bill for COVID-19 crisis to working class people and the services we provide and need. But if we want to stop further cuts by refusing to campaign on our pay award, in fact, if we don't fight for our pay claim, this is likely to encourage the Tories to impose further cuts, because they will believe we won't fight to defend services and that trade unions won't fight to defend services. As regards affording our pay claim, despite cuts to local authorities' funding in Wales and the rest of the UK, local authorities still have significant reserves. But we are not asking them to pay for our pay award. We are demanding, and should be demanding, central government, the Tories, pay for the award in full. Can they afford it? As Bob would say, yes they can. They found hundreds of billions of pounds to bail out their big business friends during the COVID-19 crisis, the ongoing crisis, and it would cost a fraction of that to pay our pay claim in full, a tiny fraction of that. And in the process they would recoup a significant amount of what they pay out on pay in increased taxation, because wages would go up, and a reduction in benefit payments. Now you are the real heroes, not the Richard Bransons, not the Michael O'Learys, not the Philip Greens. You are the ones, it was local authority workers who kept the country running, visiting and caring for families at home and in residential centres, collecting rubbish, keeping the streets clean. You deserve to be paid our claim in full, because that would only just start to make back what you have lost over the last 10 years or so in the value of your pay. Over 20%, well over 20% reduction in the value of your pay, suffering 10 years of austerity, suffering stress and anxiety about whether you would have a job tomorrow, working harder for less. Now, during that time, we would say to that small number who was saying that, well, we should be put in jobs first, did not having a decent pay rise over that time actually save any jobs or services? No, it didn't. What saves them is fighting for them. Clearly, if we're going to win our pay award and defence services, because they're both linked, we'll have to fight for them. But the money is there to pay us. The Tories, when they criticised Jeremy Corbyn for his policies during the last election, how would he pay for them, said there was no money tree to pay for them. But they found a forest of money trees to bail out their big business friends. Hundreds of billions of pounds. And we've always been honest in this branch that it was always going to take action, coordinated industrial strike action by all the three unions, by the way, by Unison, GMB and Unite, to win our award. The Tories and the employers were never going to give us anything near what we need without a struggle. But together, Unison, GMB and Unite are a power to be reckoned with. If they fight together, we can win together. And now is the time to fight on pay. The public are with us. The public can see the job that local authority workers are doing. And we value the applause they give us on the doorstep, but not the hypocritical applauding of the Tories applauding our members. Instead of just applauding, they should put their hands in their pockets and pay the people who really matter, and that's you. If they don't do this, then as we say, we are recommending vote no to the offer in the ballot paper, vote to reject it, and vote on the understanding that we are going to need to take action on pay and to defend our services together with the other unions. Okay, thank you very much for listening.